Okay, guys, welcome back to another episode of Data Over Ego. I'm your host, Jacob Chandler, and today we're going to be going over the digital ad process and how we, as a marketing agency, understand how to make ads work and when to push and pull, and how to actually generate profit for our clients. So what do we do? Well, all we do is a method of, it's called split testing. So we're constantly testing ads with the focus on metrics that matter. So you may ask, what is split testing? So split testing is a method of comparing two versions of an ad against each other to really determine which one performs better. So let me show you an example of what that is. So here's just a little internal story that we have called Memes for Jesus. We're pretty big on Instagram. We have about 200 some thousand likes, 500 some thousand likes on Facebook. But what split testing is you're testing out two different ads, trying to figure out which one does better. So here you can see it's the exact same photo, but with the one on the left, number A or letter A, says learn more. The one on the right says shop now. And the difference also is they both have slightly different copy variations. So the one on the left says, this shirt is a humorous reminder of the promise that Jesus will one day return. The one on the right says, I love this so much. I get to share my faith. So that's a testimonial. But if you look at them, the one on the left, we spent $1,246 to make $3,254. The one on the right, we spent $3,000 to make $10,000. So clearly, the one on the right was the winner. But if we didn't just test out those two simple things, such as the Learn More button and slightly different copy, we could have easily just ran with the first one, which wasn't doing bad. But compared to the one on the right that's getting a 3.3 return on ad spends, it was doing bad. So that's something we wouldn't have known if we hadn't have tested the two together and split tested them. So, well, Jacob, that's easy enough. Why should I care about this, right? Well, it allows you to stomp on the gas, aka it really allows you to pour money into the ads that are actually working rather than putting money on ads that aren't working. So by split testing, you're saying, hey, Facebook, here's a bunch of ad variations. I want you to figure out which one works best rather than just saying, here, Facebook, here's an ad and see, make the most out of it. So what split testing really allows you to do is figure out what's going to work and what's working by comparing multiple versions against each other and then pouring the gas on the ad that's working by turning the other ones off. So that's really one reason, right? That's one reason why split testing is good. But the real reason is my mantra, data over ego, because it's really easy to think an ad is better than it is, right? But you let the customers and the people on Facebook decide what's the best ad. Because to be honest, you don't know shit, and I don't know shit, but the customers and the data that we can pull for them will tell us what's working and what isn't. I don't know how many times I put an ad out there into the world where I said, Jacob, hell of an ad, man. That's hilarious. That's going to do really well. You put it out there and it sucks. It happens every day to me. But by testing out other ads, I can see, oh, the ad that just says, hey, our sale's going on, here's the link, does better than one that's super creative that I spent maybe 15 minutes thinking of the copy. But if I wouldn't have tested the different ads, I wouldn't have known which one was better. So step one here is you really need to know your numbers and the right numbers. You need to focus on metrics that actually matter. So don't care about things like likes, video views, impressions, engagement, and other vanity metrics like that. Because when it comes down to it, as an e-commerce owner, the number of likes a post gets doesn't matter. The number of impressions a post gets doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. What really matters to you is your bottom line. So things such as purchases, that matters, right? That's the revenue in your pocket. Add to cart value and getting add to carts matters because what's that's doing is it's widening your funnel. So say you have an ad you spend $1,000 on and you get $2,000 in purchases. So you're at a 2 return ad spend. But that same ad, say it's a top of funnel ad to a really broad audience, got you $20,000 in add to cart value. Those people that added items to their cart and showed some purchase intent to buy, some of those people and a good amount of them are going to come back to your website if you retarget them properly. So add to cart value is good because it shows how wide your funnel is. Things like relevance score matters, link click-through rate matters. If you have really low traffic and say you're a brand new store where you're not getting purchases or add to carts yet, that's when you can look at the link click-through rate to see if the ad's relevant enough for you to keep running that ad. So what you need to do, and we have a one metric that matters calculator that I can give you, but you really need to find your one metric that matters. As an e-commerce store owner, we work with a lot of brands that are e-commerce based. And normally for them, their goal is a return on ad spend number. Some of them it's a 3, some of them it's a 2. So what that means is for every dollar we're spending, if they want a 2 return ad spend, we're getting $2 back. If they want a 3 return ad spend, we're getting $3 back. And that really varies depending on the brand and how fast you want to grow. If you're looking to grow faster and profits kind of a secondary thought and you're okay with breaking even, getting a 2 return on ad spend may be what you want to shoot for. If you're looking at, hey, I want to profit more this year at the sake of growth, then you're going to want for like a 3 to 3.5 return on ad spend. But it really varies on the brand. You can do a 2.5 or in between. But before you run any ads, really focus on what your one metric that matters. Really focus on and understand what your goal is so you know what to shoot for and find your one metric that matters. And again, I'll link a calculator, a free one metric that matters calculator below that you can use that we send to our clients when they first start. But that's really important for you to figure out before running ads. So again, kind of like how I just said, finding one metric that matters for us, a lot of our internal stores, we want a 3+ return on ad spend, but you can also do it cost per acquisition. So say you're selling wall art or a more expensive item where it's selling for $200. You could have a cost per acquisition for that product of $100, and that would itself would be a 2 return on ad spend, but instead you could be shooting for $100 cost per acquisition. But it really varies from brand to brand. So now that we talked over that, what I really want to go through and dive through with you is the actual ad process. So what you really want to do first is you want to create a hypothesis. So we're basically doing the scientific method when we're running these ads. So if you've run ads in the past, you need to look at what ads that you put out in the world before, into the algorithms before of Facebook and Instagram. If you do Google, Snapchat, Pinterest, what ads reached that one metric that matters goal, and how can you imitate that? What audiences worked? What ad placements worked? What copy worked? And what type of visual worked? And say you haven't run ads before, go ahead, look at your competitors' ads, go to the Facebook ads library. If you don't know what that is, Google it. What it allows you to do is see anybody that's running ads on Facebook. You just go into their page in the Facebook ads library and you can see what ads that they're running. Go to their pages if you haven't run ads in the ads library and see what ads have been on the longest. That's kind of a good barometer of knowing, hey, that ad's probably working. It's been on for a year and a half. So go through and dive that if you haven't run ads before to start getting some ideas about what kind of creative would work for your brand. So a simple, right? It's a scientific process. So you create a hypothesis, create some ad variants, launch the ads, analyze the results, and after you analyze the results, you create a hypothesis again based on what worked and what didn't work. So let me show you some examples of that. Example, creating a hypothesis on pest ads. So here's an ad. Our goal with this brand is to reach a 3+ return on ad spend since we all do print on demand with this company. So we don't have as good of margins as, let's say, a normal t-shirt brand. So our goal with them is to reach a 3. So what that means is for every dollar we're spending, we need to make $3 back. So for this company, in this ad, over this time, we spent $1,100 to make $3,395 back. So yay, we hit our return on ad spend goal. We hit our one metric that matters goal. We got a 3+ return on ad spend. So if we look at it, we can kind of dissect what it is. What worked. So this ad in particular was a top of funnel audience, which was using what Facebook calls as a lookalike of 180-day purchasers. So they're creating an audience, going out, using their algorithm to figure out, these are the type of people that bought from them over the past 180 days. I'm going to go out and make an audience of people that look like those people. So that's the audience. The creative was just user-generated content of a customer wearing the shirt. Call to action on that one was learn more, and the copy on it was just short form and witty. So Jesus loves you more than Kanye loves Kanye. So our hypothesis is our next ad should be targeted at our 180-day purchaser lookalike with a user-generated content picture with a learn more call to action and a short and witty caption. So let's go ahead, put two ads out into the world and see two different ones, one with a guy wearing it, one with a girl wearing it, not showing her face. They're both using the exact same copy, and we're just testing out which ad is better. So the one on the left, we spent $3,000 to make 6,700 back at a 2.21 return ad spend. The one on the right, we spent $7,000 to make $23,000 at a 3.17 return ad spend. So here, it's very clear which ad is better, but we wouldn't have known that if we didn't test them, right? So one on the right was better. It seems like ads showing women are doing better. So from there, let's go ahead and create a hypothesis again, right? That same audience worked. The creative, user-generated content of a girl wearing the shirt, caption, short and witty. So hypothesis, our next ad should target that same audience with a user-generated content picture, or to mix it up, let's make a slideshow of girls wearing the shirt with a short and witty caption. So create a hypothesis. Let's go ahead and create some ad variants. Here are the two. One on the left is just a girl, right, wearing the shirt, similar to the other one. It's just a girl in it. Just a short caption. We appreciate the sport. And then shop now. Simple. The one on the right is a slideshow of girls wearing shirts using generated content, the punniest Christian apparel around. And here we're also testing out a little bit of an offer, a free shipping offer. So they both got good engagement, you can see, with the likes and comments. But here, let's just go ahead and take a peek and see which one did better. If you want to guess, you can guess now in your head, and I'll show you now. So we launched the ads. Let's analyze the results. Here we go. This is the fun part, folks. So we quickly found out, right, if you're just looking at this, which one was better. Because the one on the left, we only spent $650 on. It did get a 2.47 return ad spend, which isn't horrible. We spent $649 on the one on the left to make $1,602. The one on the right, though, clear winner. We spent almost $10,000 to make $34,000 at a 3.48 return on ad spend. So that's the clear winner, right? That one worked. That one did well. We rolled all the budget into that ad since it was crushing it. So that's the importance of split testing your ads. So let's go ahead now, create another hypothesis off of that. That audience again, and if you have been around for a little while and your pixel has been on your website for a little while, 180-day purchase lookalike should be a good audience for you. That audience worked for this ad. Creative, user-generated content slideshow of girls wearing the shirts, and then the copy was short and witty with a free shipping offer. So our hypothesis is just use that same audience with a user-generated slideshow or carousel of girls wearing the shirts with a short and witty caption and a free shipping offer. So that's it. That's really all running ads is. It's split testing, testing different audiences, testing different steps in the funnel, different creatives to figure out what works. Because if somebody comes to you and says, I know what's going to work for your brand, and they're a digital marketer, and they say, I know it's going to work, and they only test out a few things, they don't know shit. Like, they don't know what they're talking about. Because I tell clients, I don't know what's going to work. All I know is I'm going to test enough things to figure out what works. I've had clients where, we hit it on the first try. We hit the ads worked, and we just, kept scaling them up. And we've had clients where we've tested 800 ads, and it took until the 800th ad to really figure out what works, so we could scale them up profitably, what audiences worked for what type of creative and what type of copy. It takes some time to figure things out, but the process is simple, right? You're creating new ads, analyzing them, cutting the losers, feeding the winners, and you just keep doing that until you start figuring out over time what ads work the best. And then over time, the process just keeps getting better and better, right? So the process kind of keeps going. Things that work for you today aren't always going to work for you tomorrow. So that audience that was just kicking ass for you, it could suck tomorrow. So you got to test out some different things. So you always have to kind of be testing audiences, different steps in the funnel, and all of that good stuff. Always be testing different placements and different platforms. A lot of people only run Facebook ads, test Google ads, test Snapchat ads. I mean, we have some clients that are just crushing it on Snapchat ads right now because the cost per impression on there is so much lower than Facebook. Where on Facebook, your CPM may be $10 to $20 to get 1,000 impressions. On Snapchat, you're getting that for about $2 to $5. for 1,000 people to see your ad. So it's worth testing out these different platforms. Testing, you need to test everything to really figure out what works for your brand. Otherwise, you're just going to be stagnant. So that's the process, guys. That's what we do. We're just constantly split testing. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or anything like that, please leave them down in the comments. I would also appreciate it if you enjoyed the video and learned something from it, if you subscribed and told a friend. For now, I say thanks for watching, and I will talk to you soon.